What's up, y'all? So it is time for me to sit down and budget my additional funds, seeing what I can do with the funds that I have. I will share it also in the video, but it is not as much as I anticipated it to be because I'm down one payment that has to be pushed to November. And I am also going to be doing things a little different. I am going to be pen and paper today, so let's go ahead and get to the video. All right, so we got a little bit of a different setup today just because I am sure we need a little bit of variety and y'all are probably tired of squinting at my spreadsheet. So I'm going to be a pen and paper girl today. I will first say that the amount that I had anticipated in extra money for this month, it's not even half of what I was expecting, and that's because the ad work that I have coming up with a brand, unfortunately, the scripts were not in time, so I won't get those funds until next month. So I am $3,500 down, and my goal was to pay off one of my student loans. I have 2 student loans. I wanted to pay off one student loan, and I have 2 credit cards that I am trying to pay off as well. I was going to pay off 1 student loan and 1 credit card, but obviously that's not going to happen for the month of October, and I have had to be okay with that because I've literally had to sit myself down and be like, girl, you're doing your best. You're doing a good job. Let's not even get into the dramatics of things. Like, you're doing what you need to do, right? And so the amount that I have to budget for October in regards to extra money is $2,900, which is not bad. But when you take into consideration that I am a single mama too, and you got debt, you got bills, this can go pretty darn fast. So right now, I just want to list out everything that I know I need to take from these funds, and then I'm going to go in and just try to see how I could best cover all of these things with the $2,900 that I have. So first things first, I have my auto loan that I know I need to take care of. I pay my auto loan from the extra income sources that I have. So that is first. And then I have pest control. That comes out, I want to say it comes out bi-monthly. So every other month, it's about $100. And so I am taking it out of here, and these amounts are the same. So this is always $400, and I'm paid up for the auto loan, but I like to be paid up, you know, because anything can happen, obviously. Pest control is $50 a month. So next month, that will make the $100 that I'm needing before they pull it out of my bills account. So we have pest control. I know that I want to make a payment. I want to make a chunk on that student loan that I wanted to pay off. And I checked the balance today. It is at $1,841. So we're almost there. So $1,841 for that student loan. Don't really know how much I'm going to put towards it right now. So we'll just leave that blank. Fall shopping, I will say that the amount that fall shopping has cost me this year is disgusting. So I am needing to put funds back in my account from fall shopping because I had like a budget of $1,000 because it's me plus my kids, and we each had 1 pair of shoes because that's all I could afford for school, back to school shopping. So we had 1 pair of shoes, and none of us have fall clothes. We've all, you know, outgrown it. Me too, because yeah, I've outgrown my clothes. That's all I'm going to say on that. So fall shopping, I have to put funds back for that. And then I know that I also need to put funds back for some business fees. And that is $185 that I'm actually needing to put back for that. And I often get comments on people wanting me to talk more about the business side of things, like having an LLC and everything. But I'm going to be completely honest, like, it's still very new to me. I don't really know all the ins and outs. I just know whatever they tell me to pay, I pay, right? So I know I owe $185 for some recent business fees. So I need to get that paid, and obviously it's going to be coming from this $2,900 versus my 9 to 5. I have a service charge. If you guys missed one of my uploads, it was like where I was talking about how also being a parent and wanting more for your children, it is traumatic. So in that, I also shared that I had the damages from when my water heater exploded up in the attic. I had just got the damages fixed. So it was the next day after they had finished repainting the wall. I saw another leak. It was another little small mark from like water, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So it came to be another leak, but it was a small leak. It cost me about $250, and I go through home warranty for the majority of my repairs. And so I have an $87 service fee, and I'm going off memory. It may be $78. I may have this backwards. Let me check. Okay, so no, I'm not too far off. It's actually $85 that I am needing to make sure is in my account so that they can take it out, and then the rest of whatever I paid outside of this $85, they will reimburse me. So I need that service fee paid. I am going to add school lunch to this. Now, typically I don't add school lunch to the extra income, but the school lunch is tearing me up. And I know I cannot be the only one where it's like they're calling me and they're like, your child has a negative balance of whatever. I typically pack my kids' lunch every day, and then they eat breakfast at home, or I'll pick them up breakfast on the way so that I can avoid that. But it tells on them every single time. For some reason, they're still getting in the line. And so I need to make sure that I put funds on their school lunch accounts, and it adds up. It is expensive. It's not cheap. And it's like we're paying for, you know, a piece of cheese and a slice of bread, but it's still high. So I think what I'm going to do is put $50, probably more than that, obviously. I'm going to put more than that. I'm going to put $60 towards that. I know that at least gets them back into the positive with funds left over in case they need to get back in the line. So I'm going to make it $60 for this school lunch. And I also need to put funds back into another account. So I need to increase my buffer into one of my accounts. So I'm needing to transfer funds over there as well. And I think that is everything that I'm needing to take out of this additional income. Oh, no. We have a new expense, which is gymnastics. So my daughter, this is her second basketball season of cheer for her school. She's only in 5th grade, but she made the cheer team again. And I'm that parent where whatever it is that my kids want to do, I want to get them with a professional, because I didn't get to play sports in school. I didn't get to do, you know, extracurricular activities because my mom just couldn't afford it. And so I am not much help. So if you watch any of my budget with me's, you know that my daughter was taking private lessons with softball, which she's still going to do, but I'm going to stretch it out since the season is over. And so now I have her in not a gymnastics class, but it's called a cheer prep class. And that is $75 a month, but I may pay that up because I just paid, obviously, before she could take the class. So that $75 will cover, I'll go ahead and make it just $75. That's going to cover next month's cheer prep classes. But she goes every Wednesday, and I just want to put them with a professional. So if they tell me what it is they want to do, I'm always telling them, like, well, don't say that you want to do it, because you have to be disciplined. Like, you have got to be all in or nothing, because number one, I'm paying for it, and number two, I want my kids to learn those skills of being disciplined and committed and persistent, so that they can increase their skills and whatever it is that they're doing. So she really has a huge interest in cheer, and first class went good. So this is $75 that I will be paying every month. And good thing is, I think that for lawn care, I am done for the remainder of the year if it gets cold. So I am going to be saving $160, because lawn care costs me $60 every 2 weeks, or I budgeted $120 for the entire month. And so obviously this 75 is going to be taken out of that $120. And then when cheer is over for the basketball season, I think I'm going to continue to keep her in there. And I will just have to, once again, take the 75 from my additional income. But that is going to be a new expense. And I will probably just add the rest of that, whatever is left over from that 120. I'll have it go to my buffer account, just because, you know, you never know. Expenses are just getting higher and higher. All right, so let me go ahead and get my calculator up. All right, so we had $2,900 to start with. I know I have to take out my auto loan payment, which this is really starting to piss me off. I'm going to be honest. My auto loan payment is starting to piss me off. At first, I was cool with it, but I really want to bulldoze through my last two student loans and credit cards, because I just need to get this paid off. So $2,500 is left. After that, I do take out pest control, which is $50. $185 for the business fees to get me up to date. Service fee for that leak, and then $60 for school lunch, $75 for gymnastics. So, okay, we're at $2,045. And I know that I need $150 in there, and also probably $350 as well. So what's that? $150 plus $350 is $500, right? Yes. So I need to take out, we're looking at $500 back to this account. So let's leave it like that. So we're looking at $1,545. I also need to add personal, because I don't get paid until next week, and I need something to carry me over. So whatever's left over, I will just add it for personal use. So $500 back to this account. All right, so $1,545. I really want to try to get my student loan to $600, which would be $1,241 that I need to put towards that. And I'm really bummed that, honestly, I'm kind of upset that I'm not paying it off, but I know that I will be able to next month for sure. So $1,241. All right, we got $304 left. I am going to we're going to put $200 for fall shopping to go back into that account. And obviously that leaves me with $104, which would go to personal use. Okay, so that takes care of everything. So this will go to my bills account. This is going to go back into this account. I'll be able to pay the business fees, and any payments that I have put on here, I'm going to actually go in and make those payments now, because if I don't, I will probably forget. But this pretty much wraps up what I was able to do in October. For my credit card debt, things haven't really changed much. I think there's plane going over. All right, so now that the plane is gone, what I was saying is that this pretty much wraps up October and what I was able to do in October. And like I was saying in the beginning, I have been feeling like, I don't know, like really down, really hard on myself. Not necessarily down, but really hard on myself, because in my mind, I want to go through everything really fast, and not being able to do it as fast as the pace that I have in my mind has been like messing with me a little bit. But I am definitely obviously going to have to slow down and be okay with the lower pace or slower pace. And that is one of the most difficult things to do for me personally, is to slow down and accept that I need to slow down. But I know that everything will be much more balanced if I take my time, because I can make sure that I'm living life in the present, but also doing what I need to do to get myself back on track. And so having this student loan put down at $600, and then knowing I'm going to be able to pay that off next month, and hopefully, you know, I get the scripts in for that work I picked up. But even if I don't, if something happens and like for some reason they have to cancel the contract, I think that I will still be okay, because I've been working to accept a slower pace for me. But I feel really good, and hopefully by the new year, I will only have one credit card and one student loan left, so I can get started on my auto loan. There are like some goals that I'm going to have to relook at, because just how everything is right now with inflation and interest rates going up, it's crazy out here. But I want to make sure that I'm doing what I need to do to make sure that I can stay stable no matter what the times are. And I know getting this debt paid off is really going to help me. So that wraps up this budget. I want to know in the comments, how are you guys doing? How are your goals? How has your budget been? How has October been for you? Like, what have you been able to accomplish in October? Even if it was just a mindset win, don't care. Just leave it in the comments. Let us know down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one.